Hello, welcome to Fox Gaming. Today we are looking at a replay that Alpha sent me quite a while back now actually, because I never got around to recording over this and doing commentary. And also on top of that, I had a cold the past week. I still have it a bit now, which is kind of annoying, but for the most part I hopefully sound a bit better. I may still be a bit kind of a bit bunged up, possibly. I mean, I can tell I kind of still sound slightly odd. But anyway, we've got 4 Matildas on Alpha's team. You can see there we've got 3 on the other team, so you can kind of see it's quite an interesting game. You've got the DW2, which is, I think that is the new tier 4 German heavy, which is essentially competing with the B1. Now, what's quite interesting is the B1 was originally pretty much the only tier 4 heavy tank, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure there might be another one. I think there's probably a couple of premiums here or there. But yeah, basically, in the previous patch, as I think I may have discussed in the video, they brought out new tanks to the heavy tanks in tier 4. Although having said that, both tanks, for one I could say the B1 is absolute garbage. Some of you guys may like it, but I suppose that's with every tank. Some tanks, people are like, everyone says they're rubbish, and then when you have a go at them, they're actually not too bad. So it is usually quite interesting sometimes, because it's like the M3 Lee, I didn't actually find that bad. Although if you watch some of Jingwiz's videos, or like most people's videos on the M3 Lee, everyone complains about it. So it is pretty much personal taste and how people like to play the game. You can see already Alpha's doing pretty nicely. He's done lots of damage. Hasn't killed anyone yet, but you can see, like, just from watching that, he has done quite a bit of damage. He did take quite a big shot from an SU-85B, which isn't really surprising. It's a pretty nasty gun on that thing, and that did go through. Although you also probably noticed there's been a few bounces. And as Alpha's already probably mentioned, although he's mentioned it to me anyway, basically this tank is very, very nicely armoured. Especially for a tier 4. If you go past tier 4, okay, you're starting to get into KV1 territory, where KV1s probably aren't going to find too much trouble penetrating you. But at tier 4, this is literally just a block of steel. All of these like all charging forward. You can see Alpha in the chat there. So they are very, very hardy tanks, especially at this tier, because obviously things can penetrate them. Tank destroyers, again, they will penetrate them. If they get a good shot, of course they will. But any kind of other tank, such as the T28, then you've got the B1. Again, the B1 has an awful gun, so possibly, I mean, obviously these tanks here, if they were using premium ammo, they probably would be able to get through, but otherwise, most of the time, normal tanks are going to struggle. That Hetzer, depending on what gun he's using, I could imagine that the Hetzer could penetrate with the 75mm, and I kind of, the 105 on the Hetzer is a bit kind of hit and miss, because sometimes you can have, like, I know I've been in tanks that are relatively strongly armoured, but if they hit you in the right place, for them, they're going to do a lot of damage. So effectively, like, I've had that before with Hetzers. They've been shooting me with the 105, they've done little damage, and then they just hit me in the right spot, and it's like 300 damage, and I'm dead. But you can see Alpha did just kill the Hetzer there, and now it's Matilda against Matilda, and there's quite a lot of bouncing. Alpha's actually doing pretty well. I said that, and then he, like, starts to get a few bounces. But it kind of just shows that these tanks, I mean, they can barely kill each other, apart from the fact that, obviously, he caught fire and such. But it took a long time to do that, so they can barely kill each other because their armor's so good. They did bounce a lot. Probably think, as well, they, like, were obviously angled quite nicely, which probably helped. But the gun, as you can see, does decent damage. I mean, it's not amazing damage. This is tier 4, remember, but they don't do amazing damage, but they've got excellent penetration, as you can kind of see. Like, they can penetrate each other, so fine. If they can penetrate Matilda, they can penetrate pretty much everything. The penetration is, I think, reasonably good. The fire rate, as you could see, was pretty rapid, actually, as a whole. And if I go to this team sheet here, you can kind of see we had the AJK, DK, whatever. Actually got 6 kills, which is very good, obviously. Alpha got 2, but he did do a lot of damage on top of that. So you can kind of see from this that Matildas, if they were actually in a platoon and everything, like, communicating, you can see they're quite a deadly force, because they're reasonably fast. You can see, yeah, they're not slow, but they're not amazingly quick. But They're reasonably mobile. If you have all of them going in, they've all got very good armour, especially if you're in a tier 4 game. And as you saw there, nothing could really stop them. As soon as they kind of went over there, okay, they lost a couple, but they seem to be like very strong tanks for like running assaults. So you can kind of see here, again, I'm not sure if Alpha does get this correct, I haven't really watched this again recently. But you can see it did do a bit of damage. The damage, as you saw again there, it's only like 45, which isn't amazing, but it's actually pretty good. So you can see that guy there, Matildateers, now actually got 7 kills. As of which kills are actually 100% his, I don't actually know, because obviously we weren't watching him, but yeah, you can kind of see, I think that guy's explained that he killed it when it was on 16%, because Alpha did get a few shots on, and now he gets 8 kills, which is quite funny, but there you go. I mean, it is effectively luck on top of that. Again, you probably didn't get those 8 kills, say, legitimately, but he probably did like pull his weight for the team anyway. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy the video. I will try and get the channel back on track. On top of that, I forgot to mention this, but go and visit Alpha. He has started uploading Alpha games. I will put a link in the description so you can find it easily. And yeah, so thank you to Alpha for this. I'm not sure how many replays I'll get now, because obviously once Alpha starts recording, I may want these for myself. We'll see about that. But anyway, yes, thank you to Alpha. I'll add a link to his channel in the description. And if you did enjoy the video, remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.